What's going on, guys? Very excited here. We're back here with another one, and finally, guys, we are gonna tackle on the last node of Dark Dimension 4. And of course, before we do that, let's just jump right into it here. I actually just finished getting the last 2 or 3 pieces of the biomaterials that I needed, and thank goodness that we've had those. We've been having those increased armory 15 orbs. From all the events and stuff that we have going on, and finally we got Invisible Woman up here, and I know she is one that I've always wanted to push up. She's got that synergy with Doom as well, and that's kind of one of the reasons why. But on top of that, she's also very cheap, and as you guys can see here, a bit of jumping stats, etc., etc. And there you guys have it. She is going to be our last and final member of the legendary squad. So let us jump into the Dark Dimension 4 nodes. It's been a long journey, guys, and yeah. Anyhow, there you guys have it. There we got the last node in front of us, and this one doesn't look too bad. I did have a couple of good shots at it, but you know, I got a good gist of how it feels. And let's just start off here from the beginning. Here, I just want to kind of give you guys a summary. So we started here off with node 1. Boy, has it been a journey. We finished off there. We started off with Sinister, Symbiote, Spidey, Black Widow, Thanos, and Ghost. And we kind of ran that team for the first 3 nodes. This was a nice team to use because obviously you got one character with each of the specific traits, mutant, bio, skill, cosmic, and tech, and that was kind of nice. Second node, same thing. We one-shotted it as well. Wasn't too bad. Same with node 3. I think node 3 was a bit harder because we did have a bunch of those black bolts and Zemos, and we managed to one-shot it as well. I think for the most part, overall, it's a better, easier nodes than Dark Dimension 3. Node 4, we got Emma Frost there, and of course, she allowed us to basically one-shot these ones as well. And big Mr. Sinister there is the backbone for all these first couple nodes. Next one, Squirrel Girl. This was a good one. I think there was a couple of Captain Americas in this one as well. We cloned, and this was a good one. Nice having 4 characters because then we get those extra slots to use Mr. Sinister's clones. And, of course, everyone saw or seen, hopefully, the clone armies that people have been using on these nodes. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Node 7 was a bit harder, but if you got Helen, you got Minerva, you got a good combo there. Proxima came in big with the stuns as well, and of course we had Thanos there. Black Order team, half-ish, same thing there. Node number 8, we one-shot at that as well. Same sort of setup, and I think this one I lucked out with a couple Gregs right at the start, and that was really nice. Extra Greg, extra turn reduction, and of course every time they die, Minerva gets the extra turn meter as well, so nice, good stuff there. And of course, the big Node 9, 72 mil. Node 10, easy for me because we've been saving up our biomaterials. We haven't really used them for Captain America or anybody else like that, so we one-shot those easy. And again, guys, I want to just apologize here. Node number 12, this was the one that was a little wonky on me, and I wasn't able to get my footage in. It just kind of errored out and like corrupted the file. But as you guys see here, we had a really solid first attack. We basically got to that Emma Frost wave, and then we kind of just dwindled down from there because that last wave with X-23 really kicked us in the butt. Next node, of course, you guys have already seen the one. We've already used these legendaries on the first legendary node there, and of course, now finally we finished off the first 2 nodes there with that team, and now we've got Invisible Woman joining us here, and of course this is going to be a pretty nasty wave as well, but I think for the most part we've got some pretty blockbuster characters, and we should. I've already had a couple attempts in this, but yes, I have a good strategy in mind, and hopefully you guys can watch and learn, and or hopefully it's informative for you guys to watch me 2-shot this. I was able to do a lot of attempts, but I managed with 1 recording that was really good. And of course, I want to slow the footage down for you guys, but we'll have to just kind of take it on and off here in bits and pieces because it is quite important. I'll show you guys what happens at the start here. The first is a bit a little crazy. I ran it initially with 4 legendaries just to kind of test it out, and I did get to the double human torches, and then I got wiped. So I'll show you guys where that is. I think that's the 3rd wave. But initially here, you want to make sure you have Dr. Octopus's ult so we can flip all the buffs on them. Flip the slows So that way, or the speed ups, excuse me. So that way we can allow that speed progression for our team. And then, of course, Falcon's going to do his thing. There's nothing to avoid that, so just let him do it. Luckily for us, putting Phoenix in the middle will target them to attack her mainly at the start. So keep that in mind. I ran this a lot of times, and it's funny how the algorithm works. But for some reason, they like to target whoever's in the middle. And initially, I had Jubilee in the middle there, and she was just getting creamed. So again, yeah, kind of weird. But anyways, we got a lot of debuffs on the board, which is great for us. It's going to help out immensely when Phoenix does her ultimate, because they got the defense down as well. But once we get through Stature's taunt here, we want to focus on Falcon and wipe out that left side with Ant-Man and Black Widow, because they're all bunched together there. They've got a lot of debuffs going on. So what's important here is make sure Ebony Maw is on Yellow Jacket or on Falcon, so that way he can place the vulnerability. That's important because Jubilee is going to be able to blind with a double smash there with the Striker. They can double tap and increase that chance of blind. So that's why you want to do that. In case you guys are wondering why I target them even when I'm not targeting them. I've got Invisible Woman as the skirmisher as well. So that way when she does her ultimate and her special, she can land the vulnerabilities. So right here, we're going to throw the stun, and it's going to reapply the slows as well. I love Jubilee. She is so good on this node. So we're going to smash the AoE there. That's going to hit everybody juicily. We're taking out Black Widow because she's bunched in between a lot of good targets there, but at the same time, it's going to give us some barrier when we take her out as well. So that's kind of one of the reasons why. And so we're going to use the ultimate there. She's going to place vulnerability on Black Widow. And yeah, just focus on her. We're going to get the barrier for everybody. Boom. Get the extra little immunity as well. So that's really nice thanks to Ebony Maw's passive. And now, of course, you know, Jubilee's second ability, if she kills somebody with all those debuffs, they'll spread it to everybody else. So sometimes it doesn't always work, but I'll try to use it here and there if it looks like it'll kill them. Doesn't always work. This works out later on in the next wave. I'll show you guys when we ability block everybody. But yeah, essentially focus Yellow Jacket. You leave him alone. Problem with him is he does a lot of health drain and lifesteal, and that takes a percentage of their health, and that goes right through the barrier. So if you leave him alone, he's going to be able to wipe some of your characters. So he's easily next to Falcon, who's kind of annoying with the speed up. Yellow Jacket is the one you want to focus on here. He's just a pain in the butt, so you want to make sure you can get rid of him when you get a chance here, guys. And like I said already, like it's a pretty straightforward node once you kind of get through these waves. Each wave has a different set of problems, but we'll get through them. We'll get through them as we go through it. And again, like I said, applying those vulnerabilities is nice as well, because if you got skirmishers, they can rip off buffs, and it helps out because Phoenix is kind of the only one that really removes buffs, and everybody else is kind of a little bit meh. So you want to make sure you can do that. So that's why I've got Invisible Woman as a skirmisher, Doc Ock's healer, Jubilee's a double striker there just because she can reapply the blinds. We got Phoenix as striker. She's striker because increased damage. That's kind of why I have her there, but I probably could have put her as a raider as well. It's just I think my striker was higher, so she gets more health. So that's kind of why I went there. So that's not perfect, but it works out. It works out there. Now, anyways, as you guys are kind of getting down to the last 3 enemies here, you can kind of just take your time with it and basically set your situation up, get the attacks in. And again, just really emphasizing those vulnerabilities and taking advantage of Jubilee's blind. She can mitigate a ton of damage because of that blind, and it'll help kind of keep your character's health up for the next wave. And it also helps because if Invisible Woman still has a barrier, from using her barrier, or if Ebony Maw had killed off a hero controller, he'll also apply a barrier as well. So I mean, whichever one works, it just helps mitigate that damage and helps keep the barrier for the next wave. And you guys will see why in a minute, why that's important, because you want to make sure you're in tip-top shape for each wave, and it really helps out. So this is I'd say this wave is probably actually, it's probably one of the easier ones because their health is a bit lower. As we kind of progress through these waves, they get harder and harder, and yeah, it is a little bit more painful. But yeah, we'll get through it, guys. We'll get through it. Yeah. So anyways, let's just so the next wave we have a Thanos coming up, and we also have Scarlet Witch, which is kind of a pain in the butt because she reapplies health. So we want to focus on her. So those are my targets there, and of course we also have a Taskmaster to worry about. So right off the get-go here, we want to rip off the immunities off Ebony Maw. So we're gonna land Phoenix's special or her ultimate right there. I'd like to wait till they have defense down so it does more damage, but in this case we just got to do it here because we have to focus. And now we're going to use the ultimate there to kind of give, or not the ultimate, the special there to give Shocker some extra turn, reapply the barrier for us. And of course now we're going to activate his ultimate. So I was just getting ahead of myself. And then Thanos, you want to make sure you can stun that bad boy. If he taunts, his taunt is pretty tough to remove, so we want to make sure we can contain that guy. And of course, Dr. Octopus, his ultimate's going to be very important for locking down Scarlet Witch. So she gets the ability block there from Ebony Maw's passive because he was charged from killing an enemy hero controller. So that's how that works out. And then of course now we're gonna put vulnerability on Thanos as well and activate the ultimate. Give us some speed reduction. They got some offense, or excuse me, they got some defense up from Ebony Maw, which is great for us because Dr. Octopus is gonna take advantage of that for us. So he's going to flip those bad boys up for us. So that's going to help out really nicely, especially for this one. It's going to help us get a little bit of extra little damage in there. So boom. It's also going to help extend some of these buffs. Unfortunately, she didn't have the ability block, so that kind of sucks. But that's okay. We're blinding Ebony Maw there because he's going to ultimate. I think everybody knows that Ebony Maw usually uses his special first, and then he hits his ultimate after. So that's going to help us evade that. And then from that point on, just focus Scarlet Witch. Once we kill her, we can get some immunity back and some barrier as well. And as you guys can see here, they haven't really done a lot of damage. We've been able to contain a lot of the damage because we have the barriers, we got some defense up, we got the heals, and absolutely right now it's broken. Killing her right there, so that actually worked out, unlike the last time I think we targeted Star-Lord. That didn't work out. Ebony Maw's ultimate also misses, so we're making a joke out of this node right here. And then, of course, Taskmaster is a pain in the butt as well, so we want to focus him next, get some AoE smashes in there. And, yeah, I'd say right now, this is probably one of the easier waves, so hopefully this one doesn't give you guys too much grief. It's the next wave that's going to be, I would say, one of the harder ones, and unfortunately, I was only able to, when I was formatting this while I was waiting for Invisible Woman, I got to the third wave. Because it is in fact doable. You guys can get past this wave with 4 characters. That's pretty easy. I was able to get to the next wave after, and then the next wave, you'll see why. But I wasn't able to do enough damage to Human Torch, and basically Human Torch wiped my team. So I mean, of course I canceled out because I just wanted to test I wanted to test the Dark Dimension 4 run with only 4 characters, and of course I knew I was also close to Invisible Woman, so I basically just said, you know what, I will take the extra couple days, so that way I can take advantage of the extra 5th character, because Invisible Woman is a very good character for this one, and of course the barrier and everything is just amazing. And from this point on, you got 2 characters left, and you can just coast. Reapply the blinds if you need to, so you can dodge the attacks, and then just save all the abilities up. You can also use Dr. Octopus's special as well to kind of just get Shocker ready to rumble, and then of course he can start filling in his second ability as well. His special again for the next batch just helps because, yeah, Thanos is a beef bus, and it takes like a lot of hits on this guy. Like, he is a massive man. Yeah, no surprises here. I mean, of course he's like, it's like he's 7 red or something. I don't know. He's crazy, right? So he's crazy strong, or 6 red, excuse me. And of course that's one of the reasons why you don't want him taunting, because if he taunts, yeah, it's a toughie. It's a toughie to get that taunt off. So you can always save Phoenix's special, or her ultimate, to rip the taunt off. But I think it's better if you just avoid him by stunning him altogether. So right here, we're going to go for kind of in that batch there where Black Widow is, because Black Widow's squishy. And of course, we also want to focus them because we got double Human Torches right there. We're applying the vulnerability there, so that way we can also blind them if we need to. And we're applying the AoE there. We're not going to barrier here because we want to make sure they can actually hit us before we use the barrier. So we're just going to save that. And of course, they go after Phoenix, get a couple hits in. Now, what's important here is you want to stun Ultimus and not Human Torch. Ultimus is actually a bigger problem than Human Torch. If with all the busts that we have going on, he can pretty much one-shot anybody. So you want to make sure you can get rid of him. And like I said already, I ran this with 4 characters, and I got about halfway through before a Human Torch basically ulted me twice. And without the barrier from Invisible Woman, very difficult to one-shot, unfortunately. It was very hard to even get through with 4 characters. So gotta run the extra 5th character. But if you got 4 characters and you don't want to wait for that 5th, let me assure you guys, I got one Torch down, and I think I got Jessica Jones down, and then all of a sudden I got wiped. So it's doable. You should be able to get at least to the 3rd wave here with a 4-man team. We're gonna reapply those debuffs. Oh my goodness, look at all that beautiful red. So that's nice. We want to get rid of Jessica Jones as well, because she's gonna remove those debuffs on us, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it is what it is. We gotta make sure we can take out Human Torch here. He's blinded, but of course his passive can remove the blind potentially. He can. I think his passive maxed at T4. He can take 2 debuffs off on turn. So again, we want to make sure we can get rid of him. We'll bring out the extra shocker there so he can serve as a decoy. And hopefully we'll take out Human Torch here and get some debuffs extended to these guys. Booyah. Look at those beautiful debuffs. Oh, look at all that blind everywhere. So that's great. That sets us up in a very good position here. And of course, we're going to take the time right now to take care of our last problem, which is, of course, Human Torch. As you guys saw there, Jessica Jones is such a pain in the butt. She basically just wiped our entire board clean, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. You want to make sure you can watch out for her. Only reason why we're not targeting her is because we got Human Torch, and unfortunately, that's one of those things. You want to make sure you can get rid of the Human Torches first. Let me just check here. Let's see here. We can target whoever we want now because we have Ultimus blinded. We got Jessica Jones kind of low as well, and some of these guys on this side is kind of nice because they're kind of low. We're gonna use the drain there. Don't worry about saving any of your abilities because these guys have such massive health pools that we're probably gonna be able to get it ready anyways. So that's why I used the special there. These guys just are so beefy. Like, it's crazy how strong they are. In Dark Dimension 3, definitely did not have as much health as these guys, but wow, these guys are just like, everybody's like a 6 red. It's just crazy strong. All tier 14 too, I think. So we'll blind him so that way we don't have to worry about his ultimate. He's a good character. Like, he's really strong when he's a high red. So I mean, that's gonna be interesting to see what happens because yeah, for sure we got that new character coming. Yeah, we got we'll be able to see if there's any synergy there. Now let's see here. Okay, so next wave here. This is also a really pretty easy peasy wave, I think. If you get through that one, that's the problematic wave, and then I think from here on out, this is a smooth one. The next wave in a bit is going to be pretty straightforward. It's the same sort of strategy. I don't know if I need to talk to you guys about this one, but for sure, for the sake of your guys' time, we're going to speed this up. And I mean, I don't really see this one as a big problem because we've already faced a lot of these characters, and they're pretty much the same sort of setup. I think almost reverse. Thanos is on the opposite side of where he was before, stunning him and going after Scarlet Witch. And of course, we also have that Taskmaster again, just blinding him. If you blind him and vulnerability him, he's pretty straightforward. And like I said already, we got lots of sustain with Invisible Woman. Barriers, defense up, Ebony Maw's defense up, offense down. It's just crazy, and of course we're just reapplying the blinds. I know Taskmaster, he doesn't always use his ultimate, which basically is unvoidable, but I still try to blind him so that way if he does any of those chain attacks or whatever, we can avoid those attacks. And yeah, just focus Taskmaster. Now do keep in mind here, the moment this wave drops under 6, if I recall, that's when another wave comes. So make sure you're not willy-nilly wasting that stun. You want to make sure you can land that stun on Human Torch when he drops. I didn't realize that when I was playing through it, and I almost kind of crapped my pants a little bit because I just realized I knew they were dropping. I just didn't know the number, and I wanted to make sure I was ready for it because yeah, you don't want to leave Human Torch alone. He's one of the worst characters I think right now, and you guys will see when I get wiped later on here. it's because of Human Torch. So again, that's why I emphasize that. So we'll stun him, obviously. I think that makes the most sense. Thanos isn't going to be taunting anytime soon for us too, because yeah, he's had a couple turns in already, and he just ulted, so that's good. So we'll focus on him. Of course, like I said already, Thanos is a pain in the butt if he activates his taunt, but we're going to hopefully avoid that. We got Ebony Maw's speed reduction as well, thanks to his ultimate, and then we'll just keep mashing. We'll keep mashing and keep targeting. And as we kind of take this wave down, the next wave is another tough one, and I'll try to walk you guys through it. We'll slow down the footage again, but I'd say it's probably it's the halfway mark, you know what? And no surprises there. It's a tough one because we got JJ back, and of course she brings in that debuff removal, and when you rip off those debuffs in her blinds, it really stings. So that really sucks, but we'll get through it, guys. We'll get through it, and hopefully hopefully this helps you guys out when you guys are going through it as well. It's a tough node. For sure it's a tough node, and I did definitely had to try this out a couple times just to kind of get the timing of my attacks right so I could do it. But of course, yeah, no, Thanos is here again. We're going to stun him. I think that's pretty straightforward. And then as you guys see here, we got Black Widow and JJ to the far left, and they're a problem because on this one, JJ is just going to keep using her special, and it's going to keep feeding energy to everybody, which is just stupid. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely broken right now. This one, it's important to lay your vulnerability on, well, on anybody, really. We're going to go for Ebony Maw here so we can rip off the buffs. Once Ebony Maw does his own special, he should be able to take off some buffs there, so that's kind of nice for us. And again, right here, we want to slow down Jessica Jones. So we're going to target her, and we're going to single attack her so we can get some slowdown. Thank goodness we got the ability block there. Thank goodness for that. So that's nice for us. We're going to most likely use a special, or yeah, we're going to use, I think, no, either a special or an ultimate. I think because we're trying to do damage here, let's go for the special. And then, of course, we can activate some blinds. You want to focus on this Kree minion because my goodness, he hits a wallet. So make sure you guys keep track of him. You'll see in a minute why he hits crazy hard. It's just I think he's using his ultimate constantly, so that's why. But anyways, focus the damage on JJ there, and then of course we got Ebony Maw's ultimate now, and that's gonna help us out again because it gives us a little bit more turn reduction to get some damage in. Yeah, and then we can we'll do the ultimate, or excuse me, the special, so we can get some hits in there. Yeah, like I said already, I don't know if I need to keep reiterating this, but yeah, just emphasizing on JJ. We're gonna do the ultimate now because there are some debuffs on the board. Getting good here, Ebony Maw activated his special. That's fine because we have Doc Ock ready to rumble here. Same strategy as last time when he used it against us. We're going to flip it with his ultimate. I love that ultimate. It's so good. He is such a good character for this node, guys. Flipping those debuffs. And then again, you see how JJ just destroys everything and just makes everything a joke for us. I hate you, okay? I hate you. So anyways, there's no way around that. You just gotta dish out what you can. We're gonna activate. Let's see here. We could use the barrier, or we can do defense up. But we're gonna do barrier because we need the offense down. Because these guys do a ton of damage. That takes out a little bit of some problems for us there with Black Widow gone. So that's good. And then it also gives us a little bit of barrier as well. Damn you! And she does it again. Invisible Woman getting low there. And again, you guys see here how we don't have any. Way around getting through that taunt. So you guys will see here it's tough. And of course we have to get rid of JJ as soon as we can, otherwise it's gonna be a problem. Like I said, this node might be one of the ones that give people this wave might be the one that gives people probably one of the hardest times in this node because that JJ just feeds so much energy. But guys, don't worry, the moment you take out JJ and of course the other characters, they will follow, and it might take a couple tries here. Of course I got lucky there, as you guys can see there. We didn't get anybody dying on us, but like I said already, this took a couple recordings, and definitely for sure I think this was my third or my fourth time on this wave, and of course you need a little bit of luck as well. So we got a little bit of luck on our side there that they didn't target Invisible Woman and kill her. I did get through this one even when she died, so keep that in mind. You can still get through it. It's just after that, I just found my progress to be less effective, and then I just basically exited out because, yeah, you'll see why in a sec why we need Invisible Woman. We do have a couple more problematic waves coming up, and you basically need everybody at full strength. So for this one, it's kind of nice. We have everybody clumped together there, so AoEing, taking a big massive hit there from Phoenix, and of course as we're kind of getting our health back up and taking down some of these bad boys, it's very nice. This Kree guy, like I said already, is just absolutely stupidly high DPS. Like, it's ridiculous how much damage he does if you leave him alone. So either blind or stun him, and then of course once you take out Ebony Maw, you take out JJ, everybody else will just follow. They're just gonna die on you, and at this point you can see here that, yeah, people are gonna start slowly following that trend where they'll die off. And I think from this point on you can switch to conserve mode, but remember guys, keep in mind you want to make sure you can keep Ultimus blinded there. I think that's pretty straightforward. Just making sure you apply the vulnerabilities and making sure Ultimus gets targeted by Jubilee. I have no idea how I would even do this without her, because she has just been so effective on this node. Even on nodes 13 and 14, where the blinds and the stuns, like, the only person that does the stuns and the blinds is Taskmaster outside of her, and she's a legendary. So I mean, great character. Did he block that stun? Yeah, I think he blocked that stun. So that's crazy. Yeah, so Ultimus is really he kind of opened my eyes a little bit here in Dark Dimension 4. He showed me how good he could really be if he has his red stars, and of course if he's up against characters that have insane amount of buffs like the way we have. So of course if he's blinded, he's kind of useless. But the problem I found with him when in that third wave, when we had him with the double human torches, if he kills somebody and they have all those buffs, not only does that character die, but he also fills the speed of all the other characters in the map on his side. So that's his passive, right? And I mean, it's not a lot of speed, but it adds up, and it basically just screwed me. And that's kind of why we have to throw the stun on him first, or the blinds, whatever comes first. If you can get to him and blind him, great. If you can get to him faster with a stun, great as well. But just keep in mind, as we did earlier there, he does actually block the stun as well. So actually it might be better to blind him, because with the double tap with the vulnerabilities, yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid that. It's kind of hard to avoid a double whammer. And yeah, like I said already, as we get through this one, we're going to be down to pretty much the last couple waves, and I believe it's the next one that I get my ass wiped clean. You guys will see why here. It's a pretty nasty wave as well. We got another, if my memory serves me correct, we should have a human torch, and then we also have, who else was on there? I don't exactly remember, but I know for a fact that there's some problematic characters there. I think we have, I think Thanos is in there. I'm just trying to remember if it's Thanos or if it was, I'm trying to remember here. It's not. I'm not drawing any memories here. It'll probably come as we clear out this Ultimus, but you guys will see why. The last one is a pain in the butt, because Human Torch actually just keeps ulting, and he basically just wipes us. And I should have stunned him, to be honest with you guys. I wish I did. Oh yes, Thanos and Ultimus. Again, the Ultimus combo. So we have a little bit of a change here, because we have Nick Fury joining the fray. So same thing again. We're gonna do the special, I believe, for damage. That it just helps do so much damage to them. And then of course we're gonna do the the ultimate, the defense offense up, excuse me. And of course we want to focus on Scarlet Witch, because the problem here is you leave her alone, she's just gonna redistribute the health, and it really sucks because it can screw up basically all your hard effort, right? So that's kind of one of the reasons why we stunned Thanos here, and that's kind of where my mistake was. I should have actually probably stunned I should have probably stunned Human Torch, to be honest, because I believe he wipes us. I don't remember how he does it, but I remember that we're going through here, and of course we're we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. We're hitting our hits in. We've got the ability block there. Sweet. We're gonna extend things out with Dr. Octopus's ultimate. So far so good, right? We don't even have a JJ on our butts here. We activate the blinds on him, so that helps. So he ultimates there. Okay, fine. I thought he was done. Clearly, I read wrong, and I should have read the tag more. I think he just keeps ulting. But anyways, we're going to get our health back up. Do some really good damage in here, so that's really nice. And, of course, we do have the debuffs here, so this is a good time for us to rip out some more AoE there, so, to rip off the attacks. And, of course, here we can do a special as well here for regen. It also gives us a nice little speed increase there for the shocker as well. And then yeah, we can. I believe I used the second ability here to try to spread the ability blocks. I think that's what I was trying to do, but it failed. Human Torch ults us again. I am such an idiot. I should have, I should have just targeted him, to be honest. But anyways, we take out Scarlet Witch. We do get a barrier back, which is great. We're gonna use the ultimate now. Rip off that the offense down. Nice there. Good stuff, guys. And that's where you guys saw it in action here. Ultimus basically kills with his move. We should have been blinding him. We didn't. And then Human Torch finishes off with the ultimate. I didn't remember how it happened, but it obviously we basically went from 100 to 0 very, very fast. So you guys see there, basically wiped their entire team here, but that's okay. Now we can start the second attack attempt, and we know exactly who to target. So Human Torch just kept laying the hammer on us with his ultimate, and that was it, guys. I didn't want to redo the start again because we are so close to the end there. And as you guys see here, we got such a massive first attack in, 80 mil worth of damage. So that's it, guys. That's it for this one. We're going to quickly jump into my my second attack attempt now, so it gives you guys an idea on how we finish this off. Alright, so yeah, like I said already, we had a good one on the first attack, and unfortunately, I wish I was able to one-shot it, but we'll have to try again at another time. I didn't have the patience to run that whole battle again and try the attack attempts, because it is a nasty one, guys, and they have like 60-some enemies, and of course we kind of let our foot off the gas pedal near the end there. I should have focused on Human Torch, and this time we are not going to make that same mistake. So we got the same starting lineup here now. As you guys can see here, Human Torch already comes out big with that massive ult. So lucky for us, we got Phoenix ready to rumble. She takes Human Torch out, and one of our biggest problems. Next is Ultimus. We want to make sure we can blind this guy now. We didn't do it last time, and that's kind of why one of our characters went down. And learning lesson here is the next time I run this, focusing Human Torch and focusing on Ultimus. I should have done that. I haven't had too much practice on this wave because the other ones that I had faced off with Ultimus and Human Torch, I was kind of stuck on them for a little bit, so I was trying different strategies. But this one now, it's the first time we've encountered this wave here, so that's why I got my butt kicked. But that's okay. We are I see. Based off of Dutch Rudders and MSF.gg. The last wave I don't think will be too bad. There is going to be some problematic characters like Emma Frost. We've got, I think, a Mercenary Guard, Mercenary Lieutenant, and some other baddies. But I think for the most part our team's ready to go, and once we take care of these guys, we'll just slowly auto attack here and get our abilities back up here because we want to be ready for the next batch. And this will be nice. Vision will give us the barrier that we need. Nice, nice, nice. Ebony Maw's ultimate and his special should be ready to rumble. We'll blind Thanos off here, and yeah, we'll take care of the Kree minion, and that's it. That's it. Thanos is big, so we should be able to at least get a couple hits in and get some recharges on some abilities before the next batch. Looks like Phoenix should have her special as well. That's great. He's still blinded. Nice, good stuff, and then it finally goes down. Okay, so we got Taskmaster, we got Emma Frost. We're gonna stun Emma Frost because I know she can cleanse and remove the debuffs and our buffs. So we're gonna stun her and make sure we can control her. Then we want to take care of definitely the Mercenary Lieutenant, because he's got a lot of problematic abilities that can speed up the whole situation. So we want to make sure we can take care of him. We'll do the special there right now just to heal everybody off. And we'll start off with a Doc Ock special. We'll activate Ebony Maw's. Actually, we could do his special or his ultimate here in this case, because yeah, we want to, you know what, let's do some turn reduction first. We have barrier, we have some nice buffs on us right now, so I don't think we have to worry too much. Let's tack there and remove those buffs off of the speed, so that way it slows them back down. And now yeah, now we can focus on what do we want to focus on? We can get a vulnerability here, so applying the barrier is going to throw a vulnerability. Great. And let's blind somebody here. Let's do Taskmaster, same strategy as last time. So he's blinded now. We've got Shocker ready to rumble. He's gonna do his AOE, get some hits in, boom, boom, boom. That's so much damage when he has that offense down, which is really, really nice. We still got Doc Ock's ultimate here, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just save it, because I do see that there's gonna be a couple characters here that can give us the defense, the speed up, and the some other buffs, so we can just flip it on them if they do that. And now trying to figure out if I should use the special. I think we're gonna save that right now, because yeah, I think right now we've got barrier, we got some decent amount of buffs on us. I think we should be able to take a little bit of a beating, and of course also the keeping the special available to us is nice, because it can also take off some of those debuffs. So now you know, right now this would be a good time to kind of use it and remove some of these debuffs. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, see, now they got the speed up, got the defense up from the guard, and that's kind of what we were waiting for. So we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna quickly flip these guys, and then they basically just got neutralized, all their attacks. And again, look at Emma Frost. She is she didn't use her cleanse or anything like that because she was stunned, so that's nice there. So now we can take out some of these guys with low health, and would you look at that? So now we are in a situation that we can do the barrier, or excuse me, the special if we want. But I think right now we're still in a good situation here. See what happens here. They're gonna take off more buffs. We still got the defense up as well from Ebony Maw, so that's nice. So Emma Frost does her thing. We'll keep going for Mercenary Lieutenant because he is annoying. And unfortunately, yeah, we're going to miss there because he's blind. That should kill him. Yep, that should kill him off there. We can keep, we'll keep focusing on Taskmaster now. He's also very problematic. We might run into an issue there with Doc Ock. Finally, we'll do the barrier, or excuse me, the special. I keep saying barrier. I don't know why I keep saying barrier. Okay, so now that puts us in a good, oh, jeez, I forgot about her. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, now we can stun somebody. At least this is good. We can stun Emma again, because again she's terrible. She's horrible to fight against, and I hate playing against her. Let's do some regen here. We'll do the Shocker again, and we'll try to take off some buffs off of Taskmaster. My goodness. Oh, we got Phoenix's special back, so that's great. That does us so much damage. Let's do some ults. That's going to take out a couple guys, and now I am seeing a lot of stragglers here, and I think what we're going to do is, oh, she was blinded. Oh crap, that's fine. Well, we apply the blinds here. Boom. If he's blinded, you know, it's not always guaranteed, but it helps. It helps us out. Let's take out vision so we can get some barrier back to give us a little bit of sustain. And guys, I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think we're in a pretty good position here to win. So we got 4 guys left, and now really what I can see on the board here is we're not seeing a lot of characters that are going to be problematic. So let's use the ultimate or the special and see if we can kill off this guy. No, that didn't work. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That should do it. Oh gosh, now I can't use the AoE there, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll keep focusing. We'll focus on Mordu and Emma here. Or you know what? Let's just take out the guard. That way we don't have to worry about another defense down. Okay, so we got the barrier again. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's over for you guys now. Game over here. Sorry, Emma, you don't get another turn. We're gonna keep stunning you because you are annoying. And as you guys see there, we got a ton of kills going on, and that just feeds Jubilee so well. And I think a lot of people are kind of realizing, you know, with Mr. Sinister, Emma Frost, and then of course people are gonna bring in Phoenix. is Jubilee going to be a worthwhile character? And I think based on what I've seen from nodes 13 and 14, and now of course the last node here, I think she's the real deal. She's such a great character, and of course everybody already knows about the Axemen teams and how good they are in raids, especially in Doom War raids, or Doom raids, or whatever you call them. And yeah, it's just, yeah, absolutely broken. And I think yeah, I think right here, recording here, yeah, sorry, we're gonna make sure that we'll make sure that we can finish her off here. I wanted to make sure I was checking my battery, and now what we can do is we can finish her off, and boom, Phoenix closes the deal. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so that's it. That is node number 15. That is how you two-shot it. I don't know if this was a good, worthwhile guide, but hopefully it helps you guys, give you an idea. I've seen other content creators already go through it, and I used some of their resources as well, msf.gg. Let's see here. So we got the Doom shards. Looks like you get some uniques. Quite a bit of the uniques, which is nice. Good amount of materials. And then you get these other ones that are these completed materials for characters that you don't have to craft. So some of them are already corresponding to certain characters. Nice, because then you don't have to really pay for it, and you can just craft them up, or level them up, excuse me. And then the nice thing here is you get 70 of those miniature uniques, mini uniques, whatever people are calling them, 70 of each. So that means you have the potential to pretty much bring one character of each trait for the second run, which is most likely what I'm going to be doing here once we get the reset here. But of course, we got to get out of here. We got to recruit Doom, and unfortunately, I'm not going to stick around and record leveling them up, because that's pretty boring. But you guys see it here. We've got him unlocked, ready to rumble. And once I get him leveled up and I start doing some gameplay, I'll have some recordings for you guys. Maybe do some Doom raids with him, so that way you guys can see how good he is. But yes, we are here, guys. This is the last and final character that we have to complete our collection, and I think right now lots of people are trying to get him because he's such a great character. And I know Silver Surfer, Dr. Doom, both have been phenomenal additions to the game. And yeah, I gotta make sure I hoard some. I got 9 mil there, so I should be able to. I should be able to get him up to a pretty decent amount. But I don't want to blow too much money in one day, because otherwise, yeah, you're gonna miss some of those milestones on the high roller. Taking our time with it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. It has been quite a journey. Hopefully the one-shots have helped you guys out. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to one-shot this one. But most of the other nodes I was able to one-shot. And I got to revisit 12, because 12 was a glitchy one for me. But alright, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. And let's just quickly jump into Dark Dimension 4, see where the ranking is. You can jump into the stats, see where you completed on the numbers. But I believe we were in the top... oh, there you go, 2,300. Okay, so not too bad if I do say so myself, especially when you're a free-to-play player. All right, guys, okay, thank you for watching, and as always, guys, we will catch you in the next one.